What's up, guys? Dan and Dan from Plumbers Crack Plumbing. Unfortunately, we got called out here again, and it's on the weekend, so it's going to be double time and a half for our wife, right? For mommy. She's going to have to pay us double time and a half for this job. All right, guys, take a look at this. All right, so here's what we've got. As you guys know from the last video, we ended up thinking it was maybe just the reset switch. Obviously, we hit the reset switch, had hot water, we were good, but that switch kept tripping. So usually that's an issue within the heating elements themselves, which are here and here, or it's in the board itself, which is there, of course, there, or it's just the heat itself from the back plates just tripping that switch because it's overheating, and that's usually probably, or it's usually due to a heating element issue that's maybe burnt out and it's just getting too much voltage. So pretty certain that's the case, because when I tested it with the multimeter, I actually broke the multimeter. So just had too much voltage and popped out. Once we took the bottom plate off, we could really smell kind of some burning. So pretty certain that either this board's fried or like I said, the heating element's fried. And one thing we noticed was this safety casing is got kind of a burn through it. That basically what that is that black connector wire was on, whoops, this one was on top of it, and this wire's getting too hot for some reason. So our issue is on the bottom section, not necessarily the top, but we bought this whole kit, so we're just going to replace both heating elements and both boards while we're at it. And to do that, we had to turn the power off first and foremost to the hot water heater. We turned the power off to test that. We hit the reset switch, we've got no power. Tested it with the multimeter, we have no power. And now the furnace is kicked on, so it's going to get a little loud, but basically what we're going to do, guys, is just get to work. And to do that, you want to obviously photograph or take note of where everything goes, and then we're just going to start removing the wiring, get that out of the way, and then one by one we're going to pull these heating elements out, and we're going to pop the new ones in. And we're going to start with the heating elements first, because water is going to come right out of those. We want to pop it out, pull the new one in right away. We'll lose a little bit of water, but that's no big deal. Okay, guys, so here's the culprit. We've got an exposed ground. So it was right there. It's grounding out, and that's what was melting this plastic safety case. So just gonna replace this wire. I was gonna tape it, but it's too easy just to replace it, so I'm just gonna replace it. All right, so step two, after we turn the power off, we're just gonna turn the water off. We still have water in the tank, but I'm just shutting that off for now, just so we don't, as we lose some, it doesn't just continue to add more. Okay, guys, so these things to be removed is just a pull tab in here. So you're just pulling that tab, and this is popping out. Popped out that side already, so tuck these wires away for a second and pull the tab, and we'll get it out there. All right, so old, new one's going in. It's just a push down. Actually, it's just these. We'll pull these tabs out and slide this in, and basically it's just gonna, if I can focus on that, it's just gonna slide into those grooves. Okay, guys, so we're just filling up the hot water tank again. Not sure how much we really drained out of it. 3 or 4 or 5 gallon buckets probably, but just right now, just checking for leaks and trying to really get this all dried up. I brought my air tank in, and we cleaned that up a little bit because we did get some water, obviously, and a bunch of debris down here. And I was probably most worried about this ground, so pulled that out, and then we blew it with compressed air and dried everything up really good. So no leaks, so that's good. We're gonna let it fill up, and then we're gonna click it on and see where we end up with hot water. Another thing I wanted to show you guys were these thermostat settings. You guys can see this came preset, so we had this cranked up to 150 before. We got the top one at 150. We're gonna replace the top one later, but we ran out of time for today. We need hot showers here, so but I just want to show you guys this. It's just a matter of dialing this into where you want it. You can hear that tank filling up, so it's gotten a little bit quieter. Just going to turn it up a little bit more so we get some heat out of it, but we're going to start it a little bit closer to 140 on the bottom one. We've got our top one cranked up to 150, but I just want to do a test, electricity test hit on this, so, and we will go from there, guys. Okay, guys, so she's running. Got everything wired up, got the switch back on, and we will give it about 30 minutes to an hour, see if we have warm water. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Plumber's Crack Plumbing. Have a good one, guys. Okay, guys, so here's a brand new heating element. This one's going to go on the top side. This is the one that we pulled out that was bad in the bottom. You guys can see it's obviously mangled, and these are hard metal, so to do that would take a lot of force, but I think basically what had happened was, probably even when I was pulling it out potentially, it just got caught up in all the sediment that was at the bottom that we flushed out, and just totally destroyed the heating element. But this really wasn't the reason why it was bad. The unit was just bad to begin with. It's about 7 years old, so we replaced that. We replaced this original thermostat board, and we're good to go. We've got hot water now.